open for their first semester this year. A virtual orientation for the first-year students will take place with effect from today. As the times are so unprecedented, Ndejje University has adjusted accordingly, and all learning will be conducted virtually on the Ndejje University Learning Management System. Dear freshers, with the new normal, here is the Vice Chancellor of Ndejje University with his words of wisdom.
Christian greetings from Ndejje University. Be assured that we are not taking your choosing our institution for granted. It was a very serious decision that we want to respect, honor, and reciprocate. We want to form a covenant with you, a special partnership of working together during your years in this institution. We want to thank you and your parents and sponsors for this. We have to partner with you, and we want you to succeed. Success is a progressive realization of a worthy goal. Success and happiness go hand in hand. Success is getting what you want, and happiness is wanting what you get. Let me say this. Ndejje University is committed to prepare you in the areas of integrity and wisdom. Integrity is to learn to keep your commitment, and wisdom is to enable you not to make foolish commitments. Ndejje will train you in critical thinking. And above all, our professors and staff will inspire you to be motivated in whatever you do. Thank you.
Ndejje University. Come experience a holistic approach to learning.
Now I can continue. Yeah, thank you for that appreciation. I'm not taking it for granted also. As you have heard from the academic registrar, all of the courses offered by this institution are accredited by the National Council for Higher Education. And currently, we've got 8 faculties: Faculty of Engineering, Faculty of Environment and Agricultural Sciences, Faculty of Health Sciences, Faculty of Business Administration and Management, Faculty of Education, Faculty of Basic Sciences and Information Technology, Faculty of Social Sciences, and Faculty of Arts. And recently, we have merged the Arts, Faculty of Arts, into the Faculty of Social Sciences, basically to create internal efficiency. We have established a graduate school that has continued to grow, and currently it accommodates postgraduate, master's, and PhD programs. We have introduced extramural programs that take care of students who enroll for short courses, short-term skills based on modular delivery. We have trained our academic staff to enhance quality through pedagogical delivery. 10 staff got their PhDs and 2 are candidates now. The university has been graduating over 2,000 students per graduation since 2014, prompting management to introduce a second graduation in March last year. Ndejje University adopted, this you've heard from the academic registrar, we adopted the open distance electronic learning in short order program due to COVID-19, and the students continued learning even during that time. That is why we had our graduation on 17th December on time. I think you can clap for that one. Yeah. We have now embarking on the foundation new courses of law and medicine. We are now starting them. In the area of research and innovation, off-campus land is being utilized by Faculty of Environment and Agricultural Sciences through innovative approaches of producing farm products to the university. Most of the time, we feed our students using food grown here. The university is scaling up and commercializing its technological innovations in agriculture, renewable energy, water, and robotics. We formed a partnership with the corporate and private communities are being set up to support endowment projects to sustain scientific research. We don't have godfathers, as you heard from the financial manager. And we can't use tuition to do all what we want. Therefore, we must have projects to generate funding internally. Okay. Endowment, when I saw the alumni, they were all very healthy. The alumni must really put in the money into this into the university. Extremely healthy. Yes. Yes. Grants and research committees have been formed through health center staff, and we have got some funding from that area. We have also received donations of grants to work on HIV/AIDS. The university is working with the National Water Sewage Corporation to install solar energy on boreholes in Luweero and Nakaseke district. Ndejje University has received an award from NEMA for its outstanding contribution towards practical environment management and education for sustainable development and institutions. I don't know how many of you noted the breathing rate when you entered this campus. The amount of oxygen around this place generated from trees. Yeah, when you come here, first the oxygen is abundant, but it's also pure. That is the situation. Yes. And then, yes. In fact, when someone came and said, are all of those trees yours? Why don't you cut some of them? You know, it is not the science of trees, you know. So I explained to one of the attendants here. University received research support from Regional University Forum for Capacity Building in Agriculture, Forum, through Faculty of Environment and Agriculture. And we have PhD students under this program, and we're extremely grateful. Now, in the area of student services, Ndejje University provides a holistic education to students. Emphasis is being put on discipline and moral ethics. Unfortunately, this university does not value marks or these certificates as such. We're interested in the holistic transformation of the individual. This is the basis of our education, to differ from other higher education institutions. When you come in year one, by the end you finish your course, you should have been introduced into positive thinking. There is no reason getting a first class when you are going to rob the world around. We don't want it, isn't it? You may get a first class when you are going to be a rebel, a thug. We are not interested in that. But we need you to be a change agent when you graduate from Ndejje University. You know. Yeah. And because again of its Anglican basics and ethical thinking, you realize that all our students have that moral aspect, the empathy, that inquisitive mind to do good. Okay, this is what we are doing. And we want them to be antenna or candle. When a candle shines in the darkness, it really shines the brightest, isn't it? Don't say that because you are going into a darker world, you must join them. No, you stay where you are and shine brightest in the darkness. Someone will join you. Thank you for understanding that one. Yes. The university, through the chaplaincy, has carried out outreach missions in the country. We have the two Muanguzi. One is Canon Muanguzi. I think you stand up for recognition. Those two. Those are pillars. They have got lunch hours. They have got weekends for young people to train them to really sacrifice. If you want success, you must forego. You must sacrifice. This is their mission. Now, within the students' domain, as a sports powerhouse, Ndejje University emerged overall champion of the African University Games in Mekelle, Ethiopia, in July 2018. The university emerged overall champion of the East African University Games in Dodoma, Tanzania, December in the same year. We are currently the champions, okay, of Uganda, East Africa, and Africa. I hope they understand that. Our volleyball team is double national champions for volleyball and are currently representing Uganda in African volleyball competition in Tunisia. Okay. And also listen to this. Ndejje University is invigorating the alumni relationship. Invigorating is bringing a new alumni. We want to bring you anew, so you start thinking anew, to act afresh. So that's why we need the alumni to come over and be real partners. Ndejje University is set to host the East African University Games in December 2022 here on this campus. We are going to have more than 100 universities from Africa coming here. 4,000 athletes, they'll come here. Why? Because Ndejje is known. And I didn't introduce two German professors who are here. Can you stand up for recognition? You see, two German professors, they are here for 3 years. You know, how did they know? We are internationally known, and they have chosen to stay here for 3 years doing research. One is a medical doctor. The other is a specialist in forest and environment. Yeah, you are welcome. You see, this is the situation we are dealing with. A deal of change. Ndejje University has received the government approval to upgrade its sports facilities. When you come here in a year's time, it will be totally different in Ndejje. You see? Yeah. And hostels and relevant infrastructure for students have also been maintained. This is within the students' domain. And I want to say to you that we have a hall of residence earmarked for female engineers, you know, who come in here to study engineering and science. So, Mr. Wanyama, the chief, the CEO of loan scheme is here. Can you stand up for recognition? Yeah, they send, we have students, when they send them here, they are peaceful. They are not apprehensive. They know that we have a special hall of residence for these women engineers and scientists. You know, so that is within the students' domain. As far as governance is concerned, you know, we want to strengthen governance and management. The governance of Ndejje University, as you've noted, is vested in the Board of Trustees. The chairperson of the board is seated in front of you there. We have a consortium, University Council. The Chancellor is here. We have a Central Management Committee. We have a Top Management Committee that periodically sit and perform their functions as stipulated in the Charter. And they are very rigid on the Charter. They want us to follow it. Okay? The Board of Trustees include the 6 sitting bishops. Already, the bishop has enumerated them of Central Region, Luweero, Namirembe, Mukono, Mityana, Central Buganda, and West Buganda. The university follows all of the governance instruments that include the Charter, Strategic Plan, and the other various policies that are developed within the university. The University Council comprises the Council Board that meet and make recommendation for Council to approve. The policies are continuously reviewed and updated. So this is the situation we are in. With respect to human resource, emphasis has been put on further training of Ndejje University academic staff, as well as enhancing quality assurance through pedagogical delivery. quality of delivery of programs. Okay. Over 10 members of staff have attained their PhDs. 21 are now candidates, scattered all over. The university has supported and motivated its staff to acquire higher levels. Most of our students, our staff are masters, but we inspire them to go for PhDs. And most of the administration here is by ladies. Ladies here, the academic registrar is a PhD. Dr. Wanda, where are you? Yeah, he's a PhD candidate. The dean of business and management, Dr. Kwagala, where are you? The dean of social science, Madam Najuma, where are you? Dr. Najuma is a lady. The head of quality assurance is a lady. Dr. Who? Dr. who? Dr. Makumbi, Rita. Who else have I forgotten? I've forgotten a PhD. The librarian, Jesus. Yes, that one. Our librarian, where is she? Claire, you know. And these are ladies. And these are the top-notch administrators of the university. Women. Gender inclusiveness. You see? These are women. Yes. So for younger people, the parents, the younger girls and what have you, the sky is the limit when you are at Ndejje University. You know, so this is the situation. Again, Ruforum, as I noted, has supported, has continued to support us, both in research and scholarships. Then financial sustainability. You had the manager lamenting over tuition and fees. When this university was started in the ravages of the war, the Luwero Triangle, the fees structure was set very low to cater for the orphans at that time. Unfortunately, the situation hasn't changed significantly. Even when you Google, we continue to have lower fees to cater for those from disadvantaged background. Our fees are low. Tuition fees and support from our partners has been a major source of income for the university. The university is grateful to the parents who pay tuition, various banks that extend credit facilities to the university, organizations that sponsor students, and government also through loan scheme for its support. There are many organizations, I can't mention them, I may forget. There are about 20 organizations, NGOs that support students here. The university, despite COVID-19 pandemic, has managed to meet the loan obligations, and most banks have restructured their facilities to the university, giving us a breathing space. The university's books of accounts have been audited, and the institution is financially sound. The university has been nominated, listen to this again. The university has been nominated as the best university in Uganda in financial management. You see, the prize came. You see, great thanks to the finance manager and his team. Now, when you ask me, what is the logic? No, I'm working in a complex plane, isn't it? There is no way to explain these things because you are in complex, isn't it? In the spiritual world, okay? We have faith, hope, isn't it? Yeah. We don't know how we came to be chosen because when we start working, we don't know where we will end. But by divine intervention, we are driven by that supernatural. That is why we are just achieving the things. Diversification of Ndejje sources of income is gradually taking root through commercializing the university farm, winning donor-funded projects, among others. Okay. As the university transits from the COVID-19 pandemic, frugal financial management shall continue to be used to ensure sustainability. I wrote this before I heard from His Excellency, isn't it? He used the word frugal, isn't it? I had written this before. Yes, that he also used frugal, cassava, no bread, and all that stuff. Yes. The universe has installed a vast software that increases efficiency in fees collection by eliminating the forging of bank slips by students. We need internal efficiency. That's the only way. We need to use the ICT to improve. A magnificent television studio is now operational and we are on air, as you have noted. Okay. And we're exploring ways how to best utilize it for resource mobilization. The university is exploring ways of using the Kampala Health Center, which has just been recently renovated for its income generating activity, given its location in Kampala. We have a health center for here, and our doctors also go to the other Kampala campus. The university is in its final stage of securing a financial guarantor to fund the construction of the medical school at the main campus. We are very grateful to His Excellency the President and the First Lady for their support toward this endeavor. And we are going to partner with the Bomo Medical Hospital. Now, the other pillar I want to talk about is infrastructure, the buildings here and ICT capacity, because the ICT is now the inner thing of higher education. Despite COVID-19, the university has prioritized the construction of medical school, and the construction of anatomy block is in progress. If you move around, you can see the work is going on. The university is harnessing solar energy as a strategy to reduce costs on electricity. We have expanded the information technology capacity through procurement of computers and establishment of internet portals. Yes. And also more investment in this sector is being done. Now, designs for the chapel construction have been complete and approved, ready for commencement of construction. And one time I was thinking that if the alumni came here and asked me for project, maybe I would love to give them the chapel as a project for these alumni, because every year we are graduating more than what? 2,000. Yeah, they're now going into thousands. If we could have, we have got the head of alumni behind me, but think about that chapel thing, While I concentrate on the sciences here, you go spiritual that way. Isn't it? Yes. Okay. Management has refurbished the old laboratory at the main campus and equipped it to serve as a medical school demonstration laboratory. They have already done that. Management has created a library Facebook page where library staff interact directly with the library users. And now, lastly, I want to tell you about partnerships and collaborations. Ndejje University has signed a memorandum of understanding with the various organizations, namely the National Fellowship of Born Again Churches, the Roof Forum, National Water and Sewage Corporation, we are Association of African University, Inter-University Council, Ndejje University has secured 2 grants through Roof Forum. The Faculty of Environment and Agricultural Sciences has partnered with the Dr. Vado Schultz Senior Expert Services, helping Ndejje University to produce high-quality seedlings. The University of Southern Illinois, through Professor Rande, are partnering with the Faculty of Social Sciences in supporting internship programs. The Chinese and Japan embassies in Uganda are partnering with Ndejje University in research and promotion of sports. You have heard of Woodball, okay? Now, where are our strengths? The bishop talked of our attributes, but now I want to end by telling you our strength. Development of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We call it STEM. STEM is now the inner thing. It's a very promising strategy for us. In addition, Ndejje University doing everything possible to establish a medical school in partnership with the Bombo military. This is where our strength is going to be. Quality assurance, a robust quality assurance system in all its operations and activities, not in teaching, but in whatever we do. We want to ensure that quality assurance is the key. Infrastructure capacity, the acquisition of land in and around Kampala, and construction of a number of lecture room blocks of halls of residence laboratories. Ndejje University has 740 acres? Yeah, 730 acres. You can't believe this. We have a square mile is 640 acres. We have 1.1 square mile of land. So we have a big latitude of doing what we want. Think of forestry, okay? Think of environment. Think of whatever you want. We can do it here. We can harness. But again, we thank the forefathers. Bishop Senyimba bought 400 acres in one day for the university. Not his, but for the university. Extremely visionary. But you can't say it was his own thinking. Maybe he was possessed by divine power. Isn't it? Yeah, this is what we are talking about. I may also do, they may talk of Rugujo. I'm not doing it on my own. I just get possessed, and then do things. Not by my intelligence. Isn't it? That's what the bishops are telling me, isn't it? Yes. Now we have another aspect. The credible loan repayment history. That is another strength. The banks trust us. So even when we go to international loan guarantee, they know we will pay. The development of the 10-year strategic plan. You see? Okay, I think that's our guest of honor. Then popularity. The visibility of the university is very pronounced in areas of sciences and sports. Quality of academic staff. Ndejje University are master's holders, and several of them have acquired doctorate. Okay, isn't it? Favorable staff conditions of service. I better pause. Our guest of honor, is it? Yes. You are welcome. Yes. Good. I was continuing with our strength. Favorable staff conditions of service. Ndejje University did not cut off any staff during COVID-19, but retained them and worked with them in the most difficult times. What does that mean? Our staff are not employees. They are partners. That is the difference between this university and others. They are stakeholders. They are partners. When there is a crisis, we are together in the crisis, and we work hard to get out of that crisis. This is another unique aspect. Okay. The representative of the guest of honor has come in handy because I'm going to talk about the challenges of Ndejje University. And I wanted him, God is kind, isn't it? Yes, he works in complex ways. Putting the achievements aside, Ndejje University has not been spared of the challenges, and these include, but not limited to: 1, tuition payment is low due to the current economic downturn, but also to the historical aspects of getting the orphans in the war-ravaged triangle. Limited external funding. The unit cost of training a student, especially in science and engineering, is very high, yet fees charged are low. Then failures in physical sciences in high school negatively affect the recruitment of student science and engineering. Because when students don't pass highly in senior 6, we have a low catchment area. So we need government to ensure that science teachers are paid very well in high school so they can produce quality students for us to increase our catchment area. High interest rates on borrowed funds negatively affect the development of the university. We end up by paying a high interest, expensive money borrowed. Now this one, the poor Bombo Ndejje Road. The road is really bad, as you have all noted. And yet, on this campus, Ndejje At is here. Ndejje At is second to Budo. All of the top cadres in the country have their students here. They have got their students at here and at Ndejje At. We've got other infrastructures, okay, but the road is really acting. But the president promised that by December, when we handle games, we hold games, it will be addressed. So we want those who have power, who reach the powers that be, to really prevail on our behalf, so that the road is made, Yes. The outbreak of COVID-19 negatively affected operations of Ndejje University, especially student enrollment. Okay, but we are slowly recovering, as it were. And lastly, we need inadequate optimization and harnessing of alumni potential. I wrote this before I saw the alumni, especially the pioneer. But I knew they were real men of substance and women of substance. But I'm saying now, the weakness is inadequate optimization and harnessing of their potential. We haven't optimized their potential. Future prospects. This will include, of course, law and medicine, strengthen ICT and other programs, and the diversification of efforts to improve income. And lastly, and in conclusion, I wish to once again thank God, the Almighty, for his providence in the last 30 years, and call upon him to continue guiding the university to achieve even higher heights. I thank you. A fear of God brings knowledge and wisdom.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vice Chancellor, for those very nice insights and for having money to speak to this congregation without any lapse. I, at this time, want to appreciate all of us for the patience, and I know we're on course. I want to also inform the alumni that after this function later in the day, we shall have a tour of our university. So we have organized that. Make sure we don't leave minus touring your university, knowing it better. There are quite a number of things that have changed that you'd like to know. And thereafter, we shall have a soccer game. There is a soccer game between the alumni and the university staff. We have organized that game. It is going to happen at the main university pitch. So we should not leave minus attending to that game. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming our chief guest. Representing our chief guest is Minister of State for KCCA and Metropolitan Affairs, Honorable Chofa Togavye Kawiye. Thank you so much for coming. We're delighted to have you this afternoon. At this hour, allow me to invite the chairperson, alumni, to come and speak to this congregation. I believe it is Miss Janet Aperamit. Forgive me if that's not the right pronunciation, but kindly move on with your team. Kindly let that class come. We want to see you more and more. Come and you give us your address. Please join hands and welcome this class. Thank you so much.
All protocol observed. We are extremely delighted to be here today. And maybe before I say anything, I would like to ask my friends here to introduce themselves briefly, just your name, what program, and where you are now.
Thank you. Robert Mbowa Cheswa, 1995, BBA, MKT, Nile Breweries.
Sarah Namirembe Muguisa. I was doing BBA, specialized in marketing. I've worked in several organizations, but now I'm doing my own private business. I'm doing branding and art and crafts.
James Kaiz is my name. I'm working as an accounts manager for graphic systems. I also have my own businesses in real estate. I did BA accounts.
Susan Walusimbi Samla. I was here. I offered BBA, specialized in accounts. I work with the Ministry of Gender in National Women's Council, and I'm the accountant.
Thank you. My name is Leanne Todakelo. I was doing BBA accounts. Currently I'm heading the internal audit of Uganda Railways Corporation. I pursued masters in social sector planning and management immediately 6 months after leaving here, and also have a postgraduate diploma in human resource management from Uganda Management Institute. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Timothy Walusimbi. I offered marketing here, and I'm with Fountain Publishers, Uganda Limited.
Thank you. I'm Ndejje At. I work with Trans Financial Services. I did BBA accounting.
Thank you. My name is Robert Manje Chigundu. I work with the Ministry of Water and Environment, Urban. I'm the accountant, and I'm a farmer. Thank you so much. I did BBA.
Sorry for that. My name is Sarah Nsimbe. I did BBA, Business Administration. I hold a master's in Business Administration, and I work for Trans Financial Services. I'm in charge of credit sales. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Janet Opio. I was Janet Apalamit back then in when we were here. I was in the marketing class, business administration, and majored in marketing. Along the way, I was able to get scholarships from the Dutch government. I went to Maastricht School of Management, and I have a postgraduate diploma from there. I also went to the Open University of the UK. I did a master's in development management. I'm also an MPH from the University of South Wales. I majored in marketing. I now I market health. I do public health. We are very delighted to be here as the pioneers of this university. Allow me your indulgence to say that this function wouldn't be here without us. Sure. Yes, we were 53 in 1992 when we joined the university. There were 2 programs. We had 3 students in doing Bachelor of Education. We had 50 students in the business and administration class. Sadly, in the business and administration class, we've lost 7 of our members since then. The education class of 3 have lost 1 of their members since then. May their souls rest in eternal peace. As pioneers, we give thanks to God. Really, this day is for us, I thought. We are the ones to be grateful. We are the ones who are thankful to God. We are thankful to God that we made it When I was coming through here, I tried to look for where we used to sleep and I couldn't locate the building. But we've come a long way. Ebenezer indeed. Ebenezer. It's been God's grace. It's been His grace, and we are truly, truly standing here to testify of the Lord's goodness, of the Lord's faithfulness, of the Lord's kindness. When I was here in 1992, I was also the vice chairperson of the Christian Union. We started the Christian Union in the university, and we left a good foundation, I believe, from what we saw earlier. But we want to thank the university for laying a very, very firm foundation for us. We would not be what we are here, and the friends who are not here, others are in the diaspora, others due to time limitations and other programs were not able to make it. But thank you, Chancellor, thank you, Vice Chancellor, thank you to the entire administration. We are grateful that you have made us what we are today. From what you've heard in the introductions, it is a confirmation that this university laid a very, very firm foundation for us. And wherever we are having impact. By the way, I'm the country director for LifeNet International, where I run a public health program for the Uganda country program. And all these distinguished members of the alumni are in well placed, I would say. And Vice Chancellor, as you kept on pleading, alumni, you are preaching to the converted. We sincerely would like to be actively involved in any small way that you'd like us to be involved. In fact, we are starting from the signpost at the main road. That signpost does not depict what we see here. The signpost in Bombo does not show the glory that we see here. So as alumni are represented here, we would like to pledge to construct a better signpost for the university. We need to strengthen the alumni forum, in fact, and it is a message that we have come with to the administration, that we would like to have a strong alumni network. For us, as the pioneers, fortunately, we have a platform and we know each other very well, and we are able to coordinate. But I believe there's a bigger network of the students who have gone through this university, and there's a lot that we can do together to grow and to lift the banner higher for this university, indeed to transcend, as the motto says. So we are here to say thank you to the Lord Almighty. We are here to say, to tell people out there that God is faithful. When He starts something, He does take it to the end. What He has started 30 years ago, we are here 30 years and we look at ourselves here. And I was telling the guys the other day that I think we are all on level 5. We are not young. Yes, we are on level 5 or getting to level 5. But really it's been the grace of God, and we want to thank everybody for honoring this time, and want to thank the university, in fact, for slotting time to recognize us. And as you can see, we decided to do something for ourselves and stand out as the pioneers of this great university. So we thank God. I would like us to sing that great song, Tukutendereza, because God has truly been great and He's done wondrous things for us. Yesu oi mwana gwandiga omusai gunaziza nebaza okozi. Thank you so much, and may the Lord bless us all.
Thank you so much. You see, the Reverend is very delighted, the chaplain, to receive you. You can stay back and have some little words with him. Thank you so much. Can we give them a very thunderous hand clap? Thank you so much. ladies and gentlemen, we cannot do without introducing our own area MP. Honorable Chirumira Hassan Lukalide is with us in this congregation. Thank you so much for coming and for loving us. Ladies and gentlemen, also to recognize is Mr. Wasaka John. He's in that congregation. I saw him. Thank you so much for coming. Mr. Katumwa, you can see you right there. Thank you so much for coming. And George William Muaire, from LC3, our chairperson there. Thank you so much for coming. This time, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome the Chancellor to speak to this congregation. Join hands and clap for the Chancellor.
This is indeed a great day as we join Ndejje University to celebrate 30 years of fruitful service in this nation of Uganda and beyond. Before I read my speech, allow me to bring greetings from my family and also from the office where I work in the Diocese of Kampala. Recently, at the end of last month, I took a journey to Western Uganda, to Kabale. And as we drove that long distance, I kept reading the writings at the back of vehicles. And these words reveal a lot. One wrote and said, Obukadde si bulwadde. Another writing was, Omulimu gwa jjajjaawo. And then the other one wrote, Fa ku bibyo. Then another one wrote, Eyiyo eruwa. Then this particular writing caught my attention. It said, if you don't believe in God, allow me to share my story. And I'm not going to share my story, but if you don't believe in God, you take time to listen to and hear the Ndejje University, a story of 30 years. And that's where I want to start from. It's all about God, indeed, as we chatted with the Vice Chancellor at the beginning. So it's all about God. Even the testimonies of the alumni class and all what we have heard are from the Vice Chancellor. So now allow me to read my speech. Our guest of honor, the representative of our guest of honor, the consortium chairman, my brother, Right Reverend Bishop Eldad Nsubuga, my lord, the bishops, those who are here. I want to recognize my father, Professor Bishop Michael Senyimba, and Mama Esther, and other religious leaders, chairmen and members of the University Council, the Vice Chancellor and your dear wife, management and staff of the university, invited guests, the Honorable Hassan Kirumira Lukalide, Member of Parliament of this area, Ndejje Village Community, the alumni, the students community of Ndejje University, ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all in the name of our risen Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I welcome you all to this great day when the university is celebrating 30 years of its existence. Hallelujah and Ebenezer. I thank the members of the university management who are on the ground and who have been counting the years. Of course, being behind and part of the landmarks within these 30 years, and for organizing this Thanksgiving ceremony. The representative or the guest of honor, you are welcome to Ndejje University family. And this family is happy to receive you, and it's indeed a great privilege to have you grace this memorable moment in the history of this great university. The government of Uganda, and in particular, His Excellency, the President of Uganda, has been very supportive of this great university. Well, we thank him. We don't want to take it for granted. He has visited this university 4 times and supported the science and technology need. This is partly the reason that the university is promoting innovation and research and excelling in various fields. Our guest of honor, His Excellency promised to address the challenge of the road from Bombo, which is in a very poor state. Indeed, as you have heard from the alumni class, when you branch off from the main road and come to you don't even expect that something good is happening here. So I request that you add your voice to ours to remind him about this promise, especially as we prepare to host Eastern African University sports event in this great university. We must praise and thank God for the far He has brought us, as it is written in Psalms 127, verse 1. Unless God builds a house, the laborers work in vain. Without God, the achievements we see would not have been realized. The university started from a humble beginning as the first private university in Uganda. It pioneered private university education. This was possible because there were men and women who dared to dream. And these men and women deserve a very big hand clap for their dream. The university has risen from a 2-faculty institution and currently boasts of 8 fully fledged faculties with management structures. The university has a solid governing body and the board of directors who have been very instrumental in ensuring that this great university stays competitive and relevant. The Bible in Zechariah chapter 4 verse 10 says, "Do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin." Our grandparents or grandparents came up with a proverb. Tineziko okolima gali maji. So don't despise the small beginnings. Even the great and high scrapers buildings you see in the city of Kampala, those were dreams. What we see here in Ndejje, these were dreams. Even the big and strong trees you see, they were once seeds. So we bless the Lord for the small beginnings of this great university. The university has passed out many students, stroke alumni, and these are in the whole world and putting a mark in the labor market, political arena, and society in general, as you have heard from the alumni class. I am grateful to all the stakeholders, the government of Uganda, the Anglican Church of Uganda, the board of directors, the consortium, university council, management education regulatory bodies, staff both academic and administrative, guardians, alumni, organizations which sponsor students, our partner financial institutions, suppliers, the Ndejje village community. All of you have put a mark on this great university. Ndejje University would not have come this far without you. May the Almighty God continue to bless you and bless you abundantly. The life journey of this university has been mapped out by many people, as will be pointed out, some living and others departed. Having come this far, the university needs and should endeavor to source for greater academic brains and partners who will match its current status. The university, in the same vein, should carry out more innovations and research to remain relevant with the changing socio-economic environment in order to address society challenges. Even this morning, as I sat with the Deputy Vice Chancellor, we chatted and said, now you see how urbanization is catching up with us. You think about Kampala district, Wachiso, Mukono are all becoming urban. And urbanization comes with a challenge. And we look to Ndejje University to come out maybe with a course that will help us to be relevant in our service to communities in cities. So I want to appeal to the Vice Chancellor and your leadership as you do research, come out and see how you can help us in these upcoming cities of our nation. Today's theme is Transcending Educational Horizon. In the life journey of 30 years, the university has had a weather through stormy waters, characteristic of every private higher education institution, and fortunately, it has been able to remain not only afloat, but to soar over many sister institutions. Transcending education horizon requires new and innovative learning resources and techniques readily available to both educators and learners, enabling them to engage in a development that will ultimately change the context in which we operate. I want to quote Prinsky 2012, who said, "The education environment has in recent times been criticized for not providing individuals with an educational experience that better prepares them for such an unpredictable and uncertain future." However, at Ndejje University, the students are trained to be all-round and are equipped with practical skills which enable them navigate every unpredictable path with frugality. Of course, this has come with the years of experience and being open to positive criticism from all our stakeholders, especially the consumers of our products, the labor market. Ndejje University, as you have heard, was founded in 1992 and chartered in 2009 from an initial 30 students to current over 7,000 students. The university is moving on with the opening of the online teaching and virtual campus. The university is going to attract students from across the globe. Today, I am reliably informed that the university management is going to recognize some persons who were and have been instrumental in the successful operation of this great university. I want to acknowledge all the persons and the family members of the people to be recognized. Thank you very much for coming to join us on this great day. Thank you for your selfless contributions, which have yielded the fruits we are reaping today. There are always challenges which come with growth and prosperity. I want to caution all stakeholders to guard against these because history tells of great institutions which have fallen from grace to grass because of failing to guard against the enemies of success. I implore all of you, especially management, to always have a strong measurement and evaluation system in all the operations. This will give you the opportunity to constantly assess your progress and ensure you are on your right course and moving towards realizing your vision. You have a robust strategic plan. However, this is not cast in stone, and therefore be flexible to change, because the latter is inevitable in the world where we live. Once again, I want us to thank God for the far He has brought us. And as we celebrate, we are acknowledging His invisible hand, which has been working behind the scenes to allow this great university come this far. The fear of the Lord brings knowledge and wisdom. I thank you for listening to me. May God bless you.
Thank you so much, our dear Chancellor, for that very developmental speech and for allowing to come and share with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, singa temukoye nnyo twandimwongedde ku ngalo ez'amaanyi. Thank you so much. Njagala okwaniriza omwami wa Kabaka w'enyimbwa mwami Kalyesuula Enosi ali ku mukolo guno. Sebo tukwaniriza. Era njagala okwaniriza mwami wa Kabaka Makulubita mwami Lumbuye Goliath tuli naye ku mukolo guno. In the same spirit, allow me to recognize Dr. Sabrina Cherry and Dr. Michelle Catherall from University of North Carolina, Wilmington. They're under the Faculty of Social Sciences. Thank you so much for attending this function. Also, to recognize is Olaf Barthold and Bajit Barthold. They were working with Christian Services International, but now they're working with the co-workers, actually. They're now working with us. Actually, they've been with us for 10 years. Thank you so much for coming. Our program was showing that the next item should have been the Chairperson Board of Trustees, but I'm reliably informed that he's not going to speak again. He spoke already, and now, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a thunderous hand clap to our chief guest as he comes to speak to this congregation. I am informed he needs that song very much, but after this, he will signal you to play it.
The Consortium Chairman, Board of Trustees, my lord the bishops, and other religious leaders, the Chancellor of Ndejje University, and at the same time, is my own in Kampala. Chairman and members of the University Council, the Vice Chancellor, my brother, the Honorable Member of Parliament of Katikam South, Hassan Lukali de Chirumira. The mere fact that I'm Kawiye, that one we have something we share, mu Buganda, knowledge of Bugalo. The great men and women who compose the management and staff of the university and who have turned it to be the issue and the reason why we are celebrating the 30 years. The invited guests, Sebo abakungu, ababaka ba Ssaabasajja, ab'amagombolola gano genda byennyembwa ne kamira. Amanya makulu bita. Abatuuze ba Ndejje ng'ekyalo, then the Ndejje community, the great men and women, the alumni, the students community of Ndejje University, banyabo ne bassebo, nange mbalamusa n'ekiramuso mu linnya lya Mukama waffe Yesu Kristu. Amiina. You are aware, I'm here in the shoes of my boss, the Prime Minister. Therefore, I'm the Prime Minister of this Kasera here within this community. But before I put on that coat, let me be me. Because if I start on her message, I will not be me again. Sindio? You know, by protocol. I'm going to request those who can stand up, because I enjoy that song. When I heard that I'm coming to celebrate 30 years, two songs came in my mind. One, either you count your blessings for all that the Lord has done to you, or you take the message beyond 30 years. I've chosen this one. Please carry that candle beyond the 30 what? I believe Ndejje started to carry the candle where there were darkness. And indeed, those who come from this area, this is not to be told to you. You know, needless to say. Personally, I'm also an offspring of Luwero. These days I belong in Nakaseke. But that was Luwero. And we all know our history. So I was the right person to come in here because I know I was coming home. No, Rachel, DJ Tontima Wabo, Notima, I know how to sing it anyway. Better do that. Let's carry our. Some bright burning, some just feel the song in you, and then you know there is a spirit who brings a fire, ignites a candle, and makes his own. Candle, run to the darkness. Seek out the hopeless. I was told the chairperson alumni was the Can you come here and sing? For all to see, take your candle, go light your world. Take your candle, go light the world. Frustrated brother, see how he's trying to light his own candle some other way. See how your sister, she's been robbed and lied to, still holds no candle without a flame. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the lonely, the tired and worn,